Once again, if you do not make it, you go to the back of the line or you go around.
There's no such thing as a steady state business. If you're not growing, you're not developing new opportunities for your team, you're not giving people learning opportunities, you're not pushing yourself. So I firmly believe if you're not growing, you're dying.
Go!
At Tough Mudder, we had to grow very quickly. If you look at events, it's always the first few that tend to be the ones that everyone remembers. That required very rapid scaling for us, which on the one hand was great in terms of what it did for our revenues. On the other hand, it brought quite a few logistical challenges for us. I'm very jealous of entrepreneurs that just buy a few more servers and they can double revenues. We have to hire a whole bunch of new people, not just for frontline event delivery, but in terms of back-end support, which meant that we had to go through a whole process of bringing in formal induction, new recruiting processes, new training processes, new assessment process. We had to get a lot more office space all at once.
Our biggest challenge is people, getting more people and getting good people. It's hard to say how the industry will evolve. Political risk is a risk. There's federal incentives, state incentives, so we really don't know how it's going to play out. But over the next year, we plan on doubling staff. Company is no better than the aggregation of its people. Hiring slow and firing fast when necessary is probably the best advice.
Managing the cultural piece of growth is definitely the biggest challenge. We'd always been sort of a single brand company. We had Thrillist, that was our company. When we ventured into commerce, suddenly we had groups that had almost no communication and didn't work together. It wasn't necessarily that there were so many people, but it was that there were people doing totally different things. It can be hard for people to really sort of understand why they matter and how much they matter and how important they are to the whole. We've done an increasingly good job with it over the years. We're about 250 plus people today. I legitimately think the company feels smaller today than it did when we were 150 people.
Healthcare is tough. When you're caught up in an unstable environment, you have to sometimes be reactive. You have to, prepare for things that might have an adverse effect on your business. What we did was really spend a lot of time in building the infrastructure to our organization. We've got leadership in place already. We know how to recruit. We know how to bring people on and train them for what we do. So they understand where we're going, how we want to get there, what we're doing. So I think we're at a point now where we can manage much more aggressive growth, and that's our plan.